Okay, I wanted to cover some of my cutting tools, and this is part of the 5 C's, cutting being one of them. And I'll show you a couple of things that I have on board, and at a later time we'll go over the 5 C's and cover the rest of the bases. But I thought while I was here and I had this stuff laid out, I'll show you some of this stuff real quick. All right, go over a few of these things here. A couple of the different knives that I have that I carry, and depending on what I'm doing or where I'm going to be at, sometimes I'll switch things in and out. My packs are always evolving, and one time I'll carry one thing, and sometimes I'll change it up. So, but I'll show you a couple of these different knives. I showed you this one here a minute ago. This is a K-Bar Becker BK16, and very, very nice knife. When I bought this, it had plastic handles that it come with, and I didn't particularly like those. They were a little slippery and didn't feel that good, so I swapped them out with these. I'm trying to remember what they were, micarta or G2 or something like that, but really improved the feel of the knife and even the looks as well, I think. But and then I tied some reflective paracord on there in case you were to drop it. And but just a nice knife. It's a smaller knife, so I carry that in my day pack here, and it doesn't weigh a lot, doesn't take up a lot of room, and really handy, useful knife. I don't have the specs on it at the moment, but just thought I'd show it to you. It's nice for processing wood or making feather sticks, or you could even baton wood with this. But just a nice all-around camp knife. Nice sharp blade on it. And the only thing, it's got this black coating on it. And I think this other one, I tried to wear that off a little bit. It's not really that great for striking a ferro rod. But other than that, really nice knife. It comes in a nice sheath. And yeah, that's one of the knives. Now, here's the kind of the big brother to this knife, and this is the Becker BK2, and man, that is just a beefy, solid knife. I mean, look at that. Like I said, I don't have the specs on these, but I think that's like 1/4 inch, but I can't imagine what it would take to destroy this thing. And then again, I changed the handles out, put these on, and I got the orange spacers that go behind it to kind of give it a little bit more visibility, if you were to drop it or something like that. And maybe I should change this out and put the reflective paracord on it. But anyways, man, what a monster of a knife that is. You can baton wood with this and use it like an axe. You could cut down a pretty small tree with this thing if you had to. But just a very, very nice knife. A little on the heavy side. I don't really backpack it with it or anything. Sometimes I'll leave it in the camp kitchen for base camp or something like that if I wanted to use it. But nice knife, and then it comes with this nice sheath, and then the front of it here, I've got some paracord, and then I've got another ferro rod and striker there. Just, I don't know, kind of keeps it all together there. So yeah, nice knife. You can see the two of them together, the differences in the sizes, and this one's quite a bit beefier, but both extremely nice knives. I like them both. All right, and this is a SE6, and similar in a lot of ways to the BK2, a little bit thinner, a little bit lighter, and this one comes with the nice handles already, so you don't have to swap them out. It's quite a bit more of an expensive knife when you initially buy it, but it comes with the nice handles, and same thing with that. It's got the orange in there so that you can see it. But again, just a really nice bushcraft knife, survival knife. Nice sharp blade on it, very, very nice quality. I put this leather little thing on here, and so yeah, another nice knife that I've got in the collection here, and I've got several more. I just happen to have these out here today, so I thought I'd show you. Here is the Bajo Laplander folding saw, and I keep that in my day pack, that in this little knife right here, and it's a nice combination. They're, like I said, fairly on the light side. You know, I'm backpacking with this thing, so I'm trying to keep the weight down as much as I can, and but just a nice saw, very sharp, you know, very dependable. When I bought it, it was green, so I spray painted it orange because I thought if you dropped that, you'd never find it. If it being green, it'd be difficult to see. So I spray painted that orange. And nice tool to have on board. If you want to process some wood, you can just throw this in your pocket when you're out looking for firewood or whatever. And you know, there's a lot of different saws on the market, Silky and I don't know all the different brands. There's lots of them, but this just happens to be a Corona, and it's a little bit bigger. So I keep this over here in the, I don't know, I guess I'd call it the base camp pack, the camp kitchen, and a little bit beefier saw. And man, you can really process some nice sized wood with that. So you know, you take that out in the woods, and you can take down a pretty good sized tree with that if you had to. So just a little bit bigger version, not much heavier, but a little bit bulkier, takes up a little bit more room, but nice saw to have. And then I got to show you this. This is just such a fantastic saw here. This is the Boreal 21, I believe it is. Let's see if I can get this out of here. Agua Canyon and Boreal 21. So this thing, very lightweight. It's aluminum, and you just pop the handle open like that. This blade comes down here, goes into there, and just clips down like that. But look at that. I mean, you can process some serious wood with this thing, and it's not extremely heavy. It's very lightweight, very aggressive saw on this. I was out at the island the other day. I've got a nearby island, and I canoed out to the island to do some camping for, I was out there for 3 days. It was pretty cold, and I had to break ice to get out there. And I hadn't been out there for a while, and I went out and did some work, cleaned the camp up a little bit. Yeah, I was out there for 3 days, and it was pretty cold, so I needed a lot of firewood. And there was a lot of nice downed firewood. I don't like to deplete the stuff that's on the island because there's not a lot of resources, but there were some big downed trees. And I took this saw with me, and I'll tell you, I was able to really process some nice firewood out there. So great saw to have on board. Really like this thing. All right, so here's a couple other axes that I have. Grand Force Brook out of Sweden, and I don't know what this is, a little camp axe, and then this one's a little bit larger. But nice axes, nice company, very quality stuff. And when I bought this, I got to looking at it, and I don't know, it kind of looked different than the other stuff that I saw. So I reached out to the company, and the guy was telling me that this was some kind of an anomaly. Something went wrong in the heat treating process, and made it kind of look like that, gave it that funny textured look there. And in fact, the guy even said he would buy it back from me. And I said, no, I kind of like it. I think I'll keep it. It's kind of special. So nice little camp axe. Fits right in the camp kitchen over here, really nice. And just another way to process wood. It's a little bit smaller, easier to carry. And then this is basically the same thing, but just a little bit larger version. And process a little bit bigger firewood with it. But yeah, very nice quality axes there, and nice tools to have on board when you're out here, and just gives you the ability to process firewood and do different camp chores and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's a little look at my cutting tools, and I've got various different things, but I just happen to have this stuff out here today, and I thought, well, you know what, I'll show it to you real quick. So all right, hope you liked it.